What's up, guys? These are going to be the final UFC 244 picks post weigh-in. Going to be a huge card tomorrow night, guys. A lot of banger fights. Could be card of the year. Definitely going to be a huge pay-per-view for the UFC. Ton of celebrities going to be there. Rock putting the belt on the winner. So it's going to be really good. I'm looking forward to it. What I'm going to do is start with the co-main event, work my way up the lines here, and then we'll finish with the main event. First one up, Kelvin Gastelum, Darren Till. This is going to be a really good fight, guys. This has potential to be one of the fights of the night. It's going to be hard to beat Jorge and Nate, but it does have the potential. Kelvin Gastelum, a lot of power in his hands, and that makes me worried for Darren Till, a guy that I think the UFC made a mistake in just pushing him too quick. UFC is what fucked up Darren Till. They pushed him too quick, and we see what happens, right? Really think they should have built him up a lot slower. I can't bet him now after those two knockouts. I have more respect for him, though, than betting Kelvin Gastelum at 1.57. I definitely won't be touching him at 1.40, so I'm just going to watch this fight, guys. Not going to have any action on it. Should be a good fight, though. Stephen Thompson, Vicente Luque. If you're looking at my screen, you're seeing it right. That's 1.9 for Stephen Thompson, and I'm taking a shot on that. 1.7, it wasn't as tempting because of his chin, but he is the better fighter here, guys. That's the thing. Stephen Thompson's quicker, more skilled, more experienced in the octagon, and he's a better fighter. So barring Vicente Luque knocking him out, I don't see him losing. Probably run away with a decision. So I like Stephen Thompson here. Like I said, if he were to get knocked out again because his chin's gone now, that'd be unfortunate. But I did take a shot on him. Next up, Derek Lewis, Blagoy Ivanov. I do think it's off that Derek Lewis is 2-1 dog to Blagoy. I don't really rate Blagoy too highly. I'm hoping Derek gets the win. I'd be really disappointed if he didn't, because like I said, I don't have a lot of good things to say about Blagoy. He's just a pretty boring fighter in my opinion. But I do like Derek Lewis here to get the W. I'm not mad at anybody who takes a shot because I do feel the lines are slightly off. I do feel like he should be at about a 1.7. So there's a bit of room there. Not a lot, but there's a bit. So I'm not mad at anybody who takes Lewis, but I'm not necessarily going to recommend a bet, but I do like him to win. Kevin Lee, Gregor Gillespie. I took a shot on Lee here, guys, when he was at 2.50. Those lines were off to me. I thought it should be about, maybe a 2-1 dog, but not 2.5. So I took a shot there on Lee. Bookies didn't have a lot of respect for him, so took advantage of that. Gregor Gillespie, though, undefeated, a tough opponent. One other thing I want to mention, guys. I did say this in the first video. When Kevin Lee starts to get cocky, it makes me nervous. And he is starting to get cocky, and it's making me nervous. So, yeah, I didn't like to see that. Another thing, now I haven't been able to verify whether this is true, so I wouldn't put too much stock into this. I did hear it, but I haven't, found out for sure myself, so I'm hoping it's not. But I heard he has staph. So I don't know what's up with that. I guess we'll see how that unfolds. So a couple things there I'm aware of. I did put a bet in on him, so a little nervous, but it is what it is, guys. Like I say, we are going to have losing nights. We're 3 for 3 so far. I haven't had a single event that's lost yet since I started the channel. So we'll hope to keep it going here, guys, but I want to prepare people. At some point, we will take an L. And then we will bounce right back, though. We're gonna keep the bankrolls growing here, boys. All right, so now that we got Kevin Lee out of the way, next up, Johnny Walker and Corey Anderson. Super interesting fight here, guys. I think we're gonna get to see Johnny Walker, grappling. Until I see him wrestle or have some adversity, it's hard for me to bet him against a guy like Corey Anderson, just because Corey Anderson's gonna look to wrestle in this fight. So, like I said, we'll see his wrestling tested. I am excited to see it. I considered maybe putting Walker in a small parlay with a couple other fighters that I like to win, just not too confident, just for some action on the other fights. But if I did, it was going to be super small. I haven't yet. I might. But again, guys, I would only be doing that. It's one of those things where I'm ready to have a little bit of my profit eaten into potentially on a bit more of a risky bet. Just because it is a big card, I probably will, take a couple extra plays more than I would. Don't recommend it for the guys that are still strict in building up your bankroll. If you are well ahead in the profit right now, I mean, it is what it is. If you want to take a couple risky bets here and there, like what I call them is cheat days, stay super strict, 99% of the time, but occasionally if you want to take a risky bet for fun, go for it. So next up, Shane Burgos. That's where we're at. Shane Burgos and Malcolm Amir Khani. I haven't seen enough out of Amir Khani recently. I think he fought Fishgold and got the win there. I did feel like Fishgold was winning the fight up until the point where he got that nice submission. It was really nice. And then I don't think he fought for like a year or two prior to that. So it's hard for me to pick somebody. I haven't seen a lot from in the octagon lately. Burgos has been in there regularly. I do feel he's slightly overrated, and with the lines at 3-1, I think they're off. So I'm staying away from it, guys, but I do feel the lines are off there. Brad Tavares, Edmund Shabazian. Edmund's down to a 1.66, so I wouldn't take him at those numbers, guys, just to get straight into it. I liked him a bit at 1.8 and 1.9. I do like him to win just because of the fact that I think that he's on his way up and Brad's on his way down, but Brad's a tough guy. Well-rounded fighter. He can wrestle and he can kickbox, and he's always in the fight. So I do respect Brad Tavares. I do think he's a good opponent, good test for Edmund, but I do think Edmund has a chance to get the TKO here. So I'm going to pick him to win. I don't like him at these odds, so I wouldn't recommend taking a shot at 1.66. Next up, Andre Rosenstruck and Andre Rosenstruck. Cancel that. Andre Arlovsky, and I won't even butcher his first name, versus Rosenstruck. So in my opinion, in this fight, guys, we're going to either get a decision from Arlovsky or a knockout from Rosenstruck. Depends on, how the fight goes. I know Andre Arlovsky's going to be coming in looking to grapple. I saw an interview with him where he was talking about hoping that Rosenstruck doesn't come in all greased up. If you guys haven't seen that, it's a funny interview. But he is going to be looking to grapple. So that is smart. I was talking about that earlier in the week, how, just having that MMA experience in the gym, even though he's not a wrestler, he's grappled, right? He's definitely grappled in his day. And even that experience might be enough to take out Rosenstruck. And if he uses that game plan, he could probably get it done. The fact that he is using it does make me a little bit more inclined to think that he'll win. But I think I'm going to stay away from it, guys. If Rosenstruck's or Arlovsky's odds improve, I might take a shot. I might even do a last-minute video. If I do any last-minute bets or anything, I'll let you guys know with a last-minute video. Caitlin Chikagian, Jennifer Maia. Earlier in the week, I talked about this. I don't see much difference in the level of competition between these two. Like, I think these two are pretty even. And Chikagian's a lot bigger, though. So I do see that as a decent advantage for her. I'm going to pick her to win, but I'm not going to bet on her. I'm just going to stay away from this one, guys. I do feel it'll go to a decision. That was a prop that I talked about earlier in the week. A lot of times the female fights do go to decision, so that was one. This one definitely has decision written all over it. Julio Arce, Hakeem Dawodu. I talked about this one a little bit earlier in the week as well, guys. Julio Arce is a really good fighter, in my opinion. I like him to win here, but Hakeem is also a good fighter, game opponent, and he's going to be hungry. I'm going to pick Arce to win by decision, but I don't underestimate Dawodu. So yeah, those lines are off as well. They were more off at 2.2. But him as a dog is still a bit off in my opinion. All right, guys, next up is the one that everybody's talking about. Jorge Masvidal, Nate Diaz for the BMF belt. Rock's going to be there to put the title on the winner. And somebody's obviously hit the line on Nate Diaz down to 220 from 250 when I took the bet. So it's always good to see that after you make a bet, the lines decrease because other people are on the same thing. So I got him early, guys. I think he's just going to be able to use his cardio here and just press the action. If he does that game plan and he presses the action nonstop, I do like Nate Diaz to get it done here, possibly by late finish or decision, of course. So I am picking him. Now, Masvidal is going to go for the kill, or as he says, he's going to try to baptize him and send him to the next dimension. That's going to be hard to do with Nate, a guy who's so good rolling with the punches. He's really good at taking a punch, rolling with them. We saw that in the Conor fight. He can take a shot, guys, so it's going to be a really good fight. I do like Diaz, and it could be, one of the fights of the year, if not fight of the year. It's going to be a good one. Rock will be putting the belt on the winner, like I said. So big fight for these guys. Jorge Masvidal were to pull it off, he'd be an instant superstar. Nate Diaz already is, but that would just solidify it. It would be huge for him as well. So can't wait, guys. Going to be huge. I'll be out with some early lines early next week. Also a strategies video on Monday, late evening. So there will be content coming out next week, guys. And like I said, watch for those early lines. All right. Appreciate you guys for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Good luck with those bets.